G'day guys and welcome back to Jans_gaming for another Dokkan battle video. So for today's video here we've got a new burst mode for it. So it is on the KEFLA Dokkan event. Bit of a kick in the guts there with us not actually getting KEFLA, but we're going to be going in doing the 6,000 points. So we're going to be using only Universe 6 units. I've gone TEQ and INT, 500 team cost, no status effects there. And then we're just giving some extra juice to the attack. A little bit of extra HP, damage from 100,000 down to 0. Don't get type disadvantage key spheres, -2 key, and then no items. So this is the team that I'm going in with. Honestly, probably should have just tried with a different typing or something or other, but I do realistically think that the int hits are just going to really carry us through here. So as per usual, we will get rid of the auto, because when we are grabbing minus key, we want to try and get a couple of these key spheres here, just like that. Perfect. Into there. Feels weird. I don't think I've actually ever used int KB other than when I've been doing like his link leveling, so it feels a bit funny to actually bring him on the team. But we'll grab some same type key spheres. Not sure whether we'll get like up to a point where we can even use a Dokkan attack, but we'll just see how things go. So yeah, look at that. That's sort of what I was expecting here, that with only an extra 80% attack, we'd be able to bring pretty much any of these units and we would be able to absolutely poleaxe the event. So what we'll do is we'll get these hits, getting a bunch of supers off early on, both the int hits, and then from there we'll be able to get them transformed. That'll juice up their numbers. They'll be able to link with the other EZA int hit, the sub EZA, and then probably also leave this TEQ hit on rotation as well. So that'll mean that we'll have a bunch of links active, and then floating supports in the int Cabe and the int Vados as well. I can't even remember who the last unit that I brought on the team was. It was KEFLA. There you go. So I guess we'll just go that. Oh no, I did it backwards. Whoops. Oh well, we'll roll with that. As I said, I don't think we're going to be running into any issues, so I think this should be fine. There we go, we get the dodge there. 7 million, not too shabby. The sub EZA hit. I feel like this guy could actually be viable in a mission or so. Like, I do actually think that he's not, out of the realm of using in something like burst mode. So, Kapow, we get the finish there, and on to phase 2. So, the only thing that does slow this down a little bit more is the fact that we are utilising, I guess what we'll do is we'll grab that. We did give extra HP to the bosses, so that does slow things down a little bit. We're getting supered, of course. We get tagged with the super again, so that's handy with our dodging. Remember, you want to be able to get 3 dodges off with hit, or you need to do the, is it 5 supers, I think? Might be 5 or 6. I can't remember off the top of my head, but you need to fulfill one of those requirements before we are able to transform. This was a much better turn in comparison to the last time where we did not get supers off. We were just getting normals. So bang, big time crit, cancel the action. And then there's a little dodge in there. So Vados, she's going to do no damage, but just the fact of her support is just going to be really valuable. She's got the dodge, and then KEFLA here, she's got the guaranteed dodge in this stage, and that'd definitely be really, really useful if we were juicing up the attack stats of the enemy. So you could just throw a KEFLA in slot 1 and she'd absolutely dominate on that front. But at this point, that's not really what we need. So we'll grab that into that. Well, we actually did get a super attack, so 0 links on this rotation, which is pretty funny. That's sort of just what can happen when you've got what have we got, like 4 out of 7 being hit units. But cool. Cool, so that's that done. Can we transform my hit now? Has he done enough supers as they transform into KEFLA? So we do have type disadvantage here. There we go, perfect. So we can do that. Super attack is at the front there. I still think we just roll like this. So we'll go that into. We'll just grab that. We got 724k HP too, which is pretty impressive. So 70% chance to dodge now. We've now been hit. So yeah, there we go. Perfect. We're at an 8.2. So that'll jump up next rotation because we are going to have one of the hits come around. So that'll work. Crits are going to be really impactful because obviously we've got type disadvantage with quite a number of our units on this team. So yeah, you can see massive difference there, but getting great stacks for this hit now, so his numbers are going to climb so much quicker than if we had have been if he had have been untransformed, and we'll get access to his active skill as well. So the more stacks that we get off of that, we'll then be able to use that active skill to do a ton of damage in the final phase. So all should work pretty well there. So Cabe, actually I was honestly thought he might have taken damage, but it wasn't to be. We can get a super by grabbing those ones. Then we'll just do that into. We'll do that because it's. If we had to grab the int ones, we would have been sacrificing HP there, which probably wouldn't have been worth it. So this int hit, the friend is now going to have supered enough times that he's able to get his transformation off. Like the dodges are going to be irrelevant in that slot there, and then that's nice. The int hit in the middle, he's not going to be getting, like, there's no attacks targeted at him whatsoever, so there's nothing to worry about on that front. Dang, that was a pretty good turn for the old int hit there. Bang. Then we get the super and with the crit and cancel action. KEFLA. Nah, she wasn't going to be able to get it done even if we had have gotten her to 12 key with an additional super, so that's fine. Then we could pop the active. I'm not going to waste it. We got the links now with the tech hit, so we'll grab that into that. We did actually we have gotten pretty close to that Dokkan attack. I still don't think we're going to be utilizing it. There's the dodge, but still, the fact that we got pretty close, that was a backup plan if we had have needed to jump into that. So bang, big crit, gets the finish, and we move on to the final phase, which is up against TEQ Super Saiyan 2 KEFLA. So we also have the support here, which is pretty nice. We may as well just cancel all our attacks as well. Kapow, we get a 19 milli crit, so that means that KEFLA is unable to attack us for the rest of this turn. Potentially we get the finish. We do have the full int rotation here. So yeah, I reckon we'll go really close. We'll grab that, into that, and let's see, here we go. So starting off at pretty much a 15 million super. Kapow. Oh yeah. Yeah, that is going to be all she wrote. So this will get all of the missions done bar one, and that will be the other category type mission. Usually I just do those ones off cam. Dang, we finish it with the normal. So and we get the extra awakening medal. So if you were planning on summoning and you do the burst mode to get some extra stones, you're getting your medals sorted beforehand. So big tick of that box as well. So again, this is the 6,000 points that I have gone with. Honestly, we got through that extremely easily. Like, we didn't take any damage whatsoever. We can claim those 19 missions, which gets us 8 stones, the 4 meat items, and then the burst coins as well. The final one is then to use a legendary existence team to smash it out. So if I was just to jump into this now, you don't even need to do it with the points, but I find it easy to get that done. Like, look at the options that we've got here. Yeah, I feel like that's going to be super easy. I might even just do something really basic like, actually, I could just go movie bosses. Go movie boss, movie boss, movie boss, movie boss. Throw you on as a movie boss as well. And I guess we could go with you to finish it out. And then I'll probably just jump in and do this as well. So let me know what team you use to get the stage done and dusted. Don't forget to like and subscribe if you want to keep up with the content. And hopefully I'll catch you all on the next video.